Today, I'm doing a video. I'm just reacting and answering questions that have been pondering the minds of dreadheads here on the Knot Nation. Hopefully your natties and naughties are progressing. I'm going to do my best to answer some questions to help you guys out on the journey. George Ibrahim says, can I get that type of hair with 3C hair? Regarding Blueface Bleed'em Dreads, type 3C, I would say yes. You can definitely get that with a type 3C. Blueface is in that type 3A category. But to get those types of curls, you're going to be looking for some sort of activator, whether it's a chemical product, a natural product, or just cold water. Cold water will make hair go into this texture, but it's a process. Shamari Simmons says, see, most people don't know this, but green cancels out red if you look on the color wheel, which could be another reason why he used it, referring to Trippie Redd's green locks. That's actually interesting. I never thought about why Trippie Redd would have went to the green locks at that time, but as a hair colorist, yeah, green cancels out the red so that he could get back to the blonde, most likely. Arthur says, for me, dreadlocks means my roots like the roots of a tree. The deeper they're in the ground, the stronger you are as a person. It's so true, and I often refer to dreadlocks like the roots of a tree. Very similar in the connections, and they do keep you grounded as well. So there is a difference between going from like twisted or crocheted locks to freeform locks with that spiritual connection with Mother Nature. Not to say that you cannot be connected to Mother Nature with manipulated locks, but it's just easier to feel that groundedness with the freeforms. Daquan says the first humans arose from Africa were coiled hair individuals. Roamed but free-form locks for all, because no hair type is meant to be brushed, combed, it's meant to lock up. All hair types are meant to lock up. That's a very fascinating point of view. Nathaniel Thomas, can Filipinos have dreadlocks? Yes, they can. Going back to the previous comment, all hair types are meant to lock up. Doesn't matter your race, doesn't matter your skin tone. We're all of human race, and we all have hair. It will all lock up if left unbrushed. By word. Too bad he shaved them off. Gunplay's locks? Yeah. It's heartbreaking when people that we look up to are lock-spired by, dread-spired by, cut off the locks. We feel like a part of us died with them. But in reality, it's their journey and not ours. We might look up to what they're doing with their hair for motivation, but it's not our journey. It's important to be sure that we're on our own journey and not comparing our hair to those of other people. Regarding don't touching my locks, White Light says, I hate when people touch me at all like that. And truth is, nobody really likes their locks being touched unknowingly. And if you're ever out in public and you are looking at somebody's locks and you have the urge to just reach out and touch them, don't. Ask. And even asking at this point, it still could be disrespectful. So in all reality, I was always told as a kid in a china shop or a glass shop, look but don't touch. That's the easiest way to stay out of trouble. I've had people come up to me and touch my locks. I didn't get mad at them, but the times that I do feel a ways about it, I usually end up grabbing their hair and touching their hair in the same way they're touching mine to see how they like it or not. Most people don't mind it, but I just never know where people's hands have been before they touch my hair. So keep them to yourself, people. Love Jumex Dreads. Jumex honestly has pretty thick hair, like that one pick that was between all the dread ones you were looking at. So it makes sense he can get good looking dreads. Jumex Dreads, is this guy still relevant? I wonder what his locks are looking like now. Wix Transformation, they destroying them locks with that jabbing. What the fuck? Low key, I feel like this is true. When there's so much jabbing going on when creating wicks, it is literally tearing the hair strands apart. And I've seen the amount of shedding that happens on the clients when they're in the chair getting their wicks jabbed together. I don't really feel like it's a recipe for long-term locks. If you're looking for a quick manipulation to make your locks look a certain way that you want instantaneously, wicks are for you. But if you want long-lasting locks that have strength and integrity, the freeform process is by far the ultimate way to grow locks in such a manner. Discomfort is sleeping with wicks. I only had one wick on my head and it was discomforting. So I can only imagine what a full head of wicks might feel like, especially when they're really long. And my freeforms are pretty long right now, and they are discomforting at nighttime sometimes as well. Kevin Marr says, Not Nation, you got the best videos, brother. Peace, fam. I appreciate that. Regarding Jay-Z's freeform locks, why doesn't Beyonce say something? Buy him a mirror. Dude, he doesn't need a mirror. He's self-accepting. He's loving himself to the most. Beyonce knows this. She supports. I love that you embrace each person's lock journey so respectfully. Yeah, that's a hard task in the age of cultural appropriation. I gotta respect anybody with locks. I'm not here trying to spread hate or misinformation about them or trying to deter people away from them with any negativity. I appreciate anybody's single-handed effort to grow locks, no matter what process they're going through. Of course, I try to veer people towards a freeform process, but I'm not here to change people's opinions or change people's procedures. I'm here simply stating what I know best for myself, and if someone can relate to that and apply it to themselves, even better. Rob says, people often talked about a new Bob Marley. In my opinion, this would have been him if his life wasn't cut short at such a young age. He's referring to Hugh Mundell right now. He's born a few months before me, and I was blessed enough to see him when he came February 17th, 1981, top ranked Sweet Dale End, Birmingham. Africa Must Be Free by 1983. That album, Man, was like gold dust. The song, along with Run Revolution and Come, Not Forgetting My Mind, all songs that affected me profoundly. I can only wonder and imagine the impact he would have had and what the world would be like had he had not been taken away from us so early. R.I.P. Hugh Mundell. We'll always miss you, but your spirit and message will never diminish. This goes back to the roots rock reggae reviews I've been doing here on the channel. Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Bunny Wailer, Hugh Mundell. If you haven't looked into these artists, sadly they've all passed, but it's worthwhile taking in their discography and watching documentaries on them, because they have very powerful words that have spread amongst the world tenfold. Sam Clam Bigelow says, what the hell possessed Jay-Z to all of a sudden rock the Bobby Brown hairdo, then go with just got slapped in the face with the homeless man's Bob Marley Island Boys hairdo and thought, damn, that's hot, gotta keep this. I don't necessarily think people look like they're homeless because they're growing the hair freeform. This is a judgment, and we need to be judgmental free within this community. In life in general, being judgmental does not solve anything. The only person that can judge us is God. We're not the ones to be doing the judging. So let's just keep the peace and accept people for who they are and their choices that they make. Simple, really. Bongo I Know says, beard locks take a lot of attention for them not to break off thin or get caught in something. Stony Togebi says, that's me with the beard locks. Genuinely, it does. The thinning part hasn't been a problem, but them getting snagged on zippers and stuff has been a huge struggle. I can't do the beard lock yet. I tried growing my beard out and it was kind of annoying. One day I'll get there, but not right now. Neon Forte, I was letting my hair naturally do its thing for 6.5 months, and I have like a 3A 3B hair type. So I started to get some knots and a bit nappier, and then I got a little impatient. Wool rubbed for about a total of 10 hours over the course of like a few days, and now I'm gonna let them go free because the results from the wool rub was insane. I didn't expect it. I used my poncho. The wool rub does work. Whether you have a wool hat, a wool sheets, whatever it is, it's like a towel rub, it's like a sponge rub, but I find it's better because there's no limitations on how big or small the locks can form when you're using a wool rub method, versus like the dread sponge that has a little predetermined holes in there. Zuri Moore says, "You are amazing, not locks. Thanks for making this video. You're the real dreads review goats." I appreciate that, fam. Regarding Joey Badass locks, I don't even have dreads, but I've always thought Joey's long dreads look sick. You should review Michi Darko's dreads as well. He has some cool things with them too. Edit, never mind, you already have. I see he googled, searched my page. There is a little magnification bar, a search bar on the YouTube channel. If you ever have a request for a dread review, type it in there first, because most chances are that I've already done a review on this person. Dreadspirational locks. How do I upload photos? You can join us on reddit.com/r/notnation to submit your photos and videos, or you can send them in on Instagram. I will seldomly get to them as well. This dude says this hairstyle is disgusting. Nature is disgusting in a really beautiful way, Carl Hannon put. It's not a style for most people. It's a choice not to comb and manipulate the hair. There are some people that just love and live themselves naturally. Ashira, nice video. You had my son's locks on yesterday and mine today. I love the diversity and I appreciate the different flavors. One love. Yo Dabba Dabba Dreads review. Is he still around? That's crazy. Here's a cool one. El Dante says, "I don't know if it's just me, but I like the frizz when they stand up." Embrace the frizz is something I've always said about growing locks. Don't worry about it. In fact, a lot of things that people worry about with locks is not worth the energy. Just commit and let them be free, and you'll be happy with the outcome. People worry too much because they want to achieve a certain result, but in reality, we just gotta be present and appreciate everything that we have now and love our locks now. And that's where I'm gonna really end this video today. So I appreciate everybody for stopping by. If you guys can do me a favor and check out my shops, link down below. I got swim caps available to keep your locks dry. Really appreciate the support if you guys could dip a little. Anyways, I'm out of here. Peace out. One love. We're all united. Happy one. Fam time. Jobless. Easy.